Hey, this is John Bohlinger with Premier Guitar. So when I'm not doing rig rundowns or review demos or things like that, I am writing a column for Premier Guitar called Last Call. And I got my buddy Chris Keys along, and we're going to talk about one of them. But before I do that, I want to give a shout out to our friends at Keeley. They sponsor the column. I'm very grateful for that. But more than anything, I'm so grateful for this amazing gear they make. Keeley is with me on every gig, every session, everything. And what you're hearing right there coming in was that lush Zoma reverb and the halo combined together. It is just, those are my two favorite pedals. If I've got those and a little bit of dirt, that's all I need. So anyway, thanks Keeley. So about this column, Chris Keys, come join the fun. Chris Keys.
I'm back.
Hey. Thanks, buddy. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
So, this column, I was talking about my birthday. It's a
milestone.
Yeah, milestone. I will be 60, which is really something.
Yeah.
And so I played this guitar on this video because this was made in *54, so it's 10 years older than me, and this thing keeps appreciating more. And I'm not sure I am appreciated more, but I think you appreciate me.
Oh, I appreciate you every day.
But yeah, so it's just I guess I felt compelled when you reach a milestone like this, like maybe you should talk about things you've learned.
Reflect
a little bit. And I have been a professional musician. I started playing my first gigs in clubs when I was 16.
Wow.
So, God, that's what, like 40?
44.
Sheesh. So I should be way better. I mean, that is a long time to play. Yeah, so I've been doing this a long time. No, 44.
44.
God. Wow.
I think you're fantastic.
Well, back at you, buddy. Okay, so now I'm...
so what are some jewels that you deposited in this...
Shit,
man.
What?
I got some notes.
Oh, do you? Okay, good.
Because this is not online yet, so we're doing this before, so it comes
out.
Okay,
good.
So a couple of the bullet points I have here says, nobody is thinking about me. People are generally thinking about themselves.
Okay, yes, okay. Right. Thank you, Chris, for reminding me. That's when I was a younger musician or a younger person, I was always just so worried. I'd be in a band or I'd be on stage or in a session or whatever, and all I could think about was everybody around me hates this. They hate what I'm doing. They're judging me. And I got older and I realized, oh no, everybody is kind of in their own place.
Yeah.
And they're thinking, oh, does this work? In fact, I can't remember who it was. It might have been Bukovac or somebody I was talking to, and he said, yeah, it's like I'm in a session, I'm looking around, and I'm with the greatest musicians in the world, and we're all thinking we're the worst musicians in the world.
That's got to be some, psychology issues there, or like the fact that like imposter syndrome, whatever it is. It's a drive, but it's also a detriment.
Totally, and I think it's something. Hopefully, you learn with age. I look at my 8-year-old daughter, and man, she is just already just so concerned about what everybody's thinking about her. And I know we were tortured as kids by that.
But it's such a smaller scale because we didn't have the internet. I was lucky enough to not have the internet as a kid.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like we don't have social media. And I didn't get enough likes on this thing or whatever. Whereas like the idea of the worry was a lot more. It was smaller because it was, this guy's going to pick on me or this, that was
right. Small. It is way easier to
the weight of the world
hate
today.
Yeah, people can hate you from afar.
And I bet they are right now, right down there.
But that, to me, I think one of the greatest gifts that I guess time gives you is to realize, everybody's got their stuff.
Yeah.
And my stuff, I'm working through it or I'm not working through it, but it doesn't really matter. Let go of it. Try and be in the moment.
Another one that kind of follows up on that I thought was a good one was nobody really knows what they're doing.
Oh, yeah. we're all making this up.
Yeah.
I mean, we are
Literally.
literally. Like I was on a session the other day, and we cut 12 songs in one very long marathon session, and we were the entire time. I was talking to some of the guys on the break, and the whole time we're like, "Is this going right? Are we doing this right?" Because it's such an assembly line, really quick. We're all second guessing it the whole time, and we were like, "Yeah, no, we got this.
Yeah.
It's just music. It's okay. We're making it up, but that's kind of what we do."
Yeah. And there's another one. I find this because we do this a lot when we're on car trips. We're doing videos on the go, and you're a deep thinker.
Well, I don't know about that. And you're a good driver. You know, they don't let me drive.
We're still here.
They usually don't let me drive on trips.
We got them in the back seat.
Yeah.
And you're pontificating.
Yeah.
And one of the ones that I've heard you say is like plans lead to betrayal of expectation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to have a plan. I mean, you do. You need to have like
you have a roadmap.
Yeah, have an idea of what you're trying to do. But if you're too attached to what you think the outcome is going to be, you're going to be wildly disappointed. My career, I moved to Nashville like 32 years ago, really to write songs. I mean, that's all I wanted to play guitar and write songs. And
you had the hair. I mean, you still got the hair, but you had the long hair.
Oh God, I had long hair. Oh God, yeah, I was a handsome kid. I'm trading all that now for a regal presence, but yeah, the whatever your goal is, I think if you're too attached to what you think you're supposed to accomplish, you will be driven crazy. And I think that's the way God or the universe just works it out. You have to be open to whatever comes your way, because I have found, this might sound a little out there, but what the hell, we'll get into it.
Let's do it.
I have found that my because I don't know what I'm doing, we're all just making this up. We get an idea of what we think it should be, and we head it roughly, blindly in where we think the right direction is.
Yeah.
But it's if you're doggedly holding on to, I'm going to die on this hill, it's got to be like this, then I promise you're going to be unhappy, even if you get it.
Yeah.
But if you stay open to whatever, it's amazing. I mean,
I've heard you, if someone on the outside saw the trajectory of a certain instance or occurrence, they would say like that would be a negative or a negative outcome. And you're like, hey, you've always said this is the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Even though it might seem as a net loss.
Absolutely. I truly believe
you try to gain something from everything.
And you do. I believe that what is happening to you is happening for you. So maybe we need to be humble. Maybe we need to fail at some stuff. Maybe we need to let somebody else have the idea. Maybe they need to direct it. Maybe our idea or our plan was just to get us, maybe it's just so I can meet you, Chris Keys.
Who knows?
Maybe this whole deal was for that. But there's, and I guess it's okay, this might be off topic a little bit, but there's actually, from what I understand, from the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual number 4 for in psychology, they listed paranoia as this feeling that people have. Primarily, paranoia is thinking that people are conspiring or the world's conspiring against you. But there's a rare form of paranoia where people feel like everything is conspiring to help them.
Really?
And maybe I have that, because I do honestly feel that there is a loving force, call it whatever you want to call it, that is guiding us and directing us. And if we let go of our ego and our plans, we will end up where we're supposed to be. And it's an amazing ride.
You're frustratingly positive.
I am.
To a fault, but you know what I mean?
We balance each other out. While Chris is driving and cussing the traffic, I'm in back just staring outside.
Just loving it. Just being where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, being where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, you bet.
Wisdom does not come with age unless you learn something along the way.
Absolutely. It's not like, we all know a lot of stupid old people, There's a lot of stupid old people. It's like wisdom doesn't come like like rotting teeth and bad bones and osteoporosis and stuff like that. It comes because you're open and you're listening and you're working and you're trying to grow.
Yeah.
Because if you do those things, you will grow and you will learn more.
Self-reflection can be, it's a tool.
Oh man,
staring down the barrel can be difficult, but you can really grow from that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. A couple more that I wanted to hit is forgiveness is the gift you give yourself.
Oh yeah.
That was a good one.
Oh yeah, that's I think about there's so many bands I've been in where people are like, I'm never going to work with that son of a bitch again, and they're angry and whatever. And then eventually you realize, you let it all go and let life go where it's supposed to go. And if you are holding on to a grudge or some anger, that is like eating poison, man. But if you let it go, that is such a gift.
Yeah.
Because suddenly it's like none of that stuff is going to bother you. You realize it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So let it go, forgive, move on, and then they might even forgive you.
Another one that I think we all have to remind ourselves time to time is living in the moment, living in the now.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of all we got.
That's all there is.
Yeah. I know another one that I thought was a good one is it's okay not to be okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, strangely enough, I was just watching Inside Out, that animated Disney show.
Okay.
I watched the second one, and it was really interesting. If you have not seen it, I recommend it. But essentially, it's a kid's movie that deals with all the different emotions inside of us, and you realize, no, feeling sad, you get when there's a reason to be sad. Yeah, go ahead and do it. Cry, let that stuff out, get it. Go ahead and feel it, and that way you can be done with it and move on.
Yeah. Man, it's funny how those movies, because you have a young daughter and I now have a very young son, but it's like those movies that we think are cute and for kids and give me a breather as a parent. There's some deep lessons in there.
Oh God,
it's crazy.
They're great. Yeah, you're gonna have quite a journey with Reimer watching.
It's way different than like Bugs Bunny or stuff I grew up with.
Yeah.
It was layered, or it's layered now, whereas before it wasn't necessarily.
Exactly. I think content in general is better because it's got to be. There's so much competition.
Yeah, man. Well, I know we got to get going, and people definitely need to check out the article for the rest of the list.
Yeah, please keep reading the column, Last Call, get the magazine, or go online.
And if you got anything to share and, maybe add to John's list or add to a list in general, just throw it down in the comment section.
Yeah, and I've been writing this column for 15, 16, 17 years. I don't know how long. But I'm running out of ideas. So in the comments, if you got any ideas, let me know.
Help John out.
Yeah.
Because John's the water and I'm the rock. So,
that's right.
Keep the movement going.
Okay,
See you guys
y'all.
later.